All right, so today is a little bit weirder of a day. I'm actually in the class that I'm working for right now. I'm a long-term substitute teacher for this one class. And every day at lunch, this is when I do my second meditation of the day. So upon waking up, get my first meditation in, and then at lunch, this is the freaking move right now. So it just ensures that I get both meditations in during the day, and because I have appointments and random things I need to work on after. So it just kind of works out with my schedule. But anyways, if y'all want to either meditate with me or just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, feel free. But if you do want to meditate with me, there is a ChatGPT prompt in the description below. Just plug that in and then put your responses with each question, and then you'll have a personalized transcendental meditation mantra. But anyways, let's get this show on the road. 21 minutes on the clock, and yeah, let's have some fun. All right. Oh yeah, that's freaking rap. That was great, man. Sorry, it just kind of takes me a minute to acclimate to just life after that. Yeah. I mean, the mantra is just here to really create space for whatever you need to do. Like that's what I love about it, is it just, creates space for freedom and for you to kind of have a space to play, so to speak. Because, it's pretty easy to be bogged down by thoughts. I mean, I know that personally just from overthinking things constantly and whatever else, but yeah, it's just, that's what I love about the mantra. It's so neutral. It just asks you to be present with the meditation. So, that is a freaking wrap. We gotta get back to it. We only have about 30 minutes for this lunch, and that was 21 minutes, so I will see y'all in the car. We got chess today, so it's gonna be fun. Is this thing on? Yeah, what is up? We are freaking back with a beautiful breast day, and it is gonna be one to remember. I already know that because of one thing in particular. We have 4 chest movements instead of 3 today. Oh yeah. I looked at the program for once, and it is looking delicious. We have a lot of... So we have incline dumbbell bench. Well, it's technically a shovel punch variation, which is basically like you have neutral grip at the bottom, and then you rotate your palms forward to the top. And I think that's just supposed to save your shoulders and triceps, just so that way for the rest of the workout, you can actually hit your chest really, really well. We're gonna have to see how we're feeling once we get there, because it's not like a black and white, I'm gonna be doing it this way kind of thing. It is more of just a let's see how we feel in the moment kind of thing. So that being said, it's gonna be a fun chest day. I wanna say that these next few weeks are gonna be a little different. They're just gonna be, because we're cutting weight right now, and I'm kind of going through that, I'm not saying I'm fat, but I am saying that I'm flat and I have more fat on my body right now. This just keeps on shifting. Huh. So it's just one of those things to look out for. There we go. Yeah. So we'll have to see. But yeah, so being fat but flat, it's not a fun phase to be in. Like, obviously everybody wants to be freaking huge and shredded, but this is just one of the necessary phases to, being bigger, stronger, and then also, pretty lean in the process. I mean, because if I overdo it, like I've had a bulk where I've gone way too far. I got up to like 230, but it was not a pretty 230. I was very lethargic and slow, and I mean, I went on like a 1.5 mile run, and I had shin splints for 2 weeks. So I mean, that's kind of a concern, but at the same time, I learned my lesson, so I guess it was kind of necessary. It's just one of those things, like if you ever have a friend where you're like, hey, dude, you should probably not be doing that. And then it doesn't take, and like, they don't listen to you, and then they go to the doctor, And then the doctor tells them the same thing, and then they're like, oh yeah, man, the doctor was telling me that I shouldn't be doing this. Dog, I was just telling you, you know. So then they actually do it. So it's kind of the same thing where, you know, it's not until you go through it as an individual that you really understand, you know, how detrimental it could be to your progress. So learned my lesson there, but we're going through that kind of shredding, like more like leaning out kind of phase right now. I'm still on a bulk, but we definitely got our food cut back. So I'm a lot flatter, and, you know, the pumps haven't been as great, but I know, you know, if I'm suffering this much, like every day, I don't even know, like, I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm a lot lower energy than I usually am. Like, I'm just feeling a little more tired, and, you know, I don't have as much fuel to work with. But if I'm suffering that much, man, just imagine how much progress we're making. Like at the start of this week, I think I started this diet a little early. So I usually start my new week diet on Sundays, but I started this week on Saturday because I just wanted to get to the fat loss process a little quicker. You know, I was feeling a little chunky coming back from the holidays, and, you know, just having a lot of freaking calories. That was, you know, I was still staying relatively on plan, but I was also kind of overdoing it a lot of the time. So we started it a little early this week, and yeah, it took me a little bit to acclimate to it at first, you know, just having less food and then doing my regular routine. But once I got the hang of it, it was just like, it's very maintainable right now, because it's not like a crazy deficit. It's not like we're on freaking prep right now. So that's a good feeling, just to kind of get into the swing of this cut. At the start of this week, I was 219, and now I'm yesterday I weighed in at 214.4. So a lot of that is like water, carbs, you know, it's not fat. It's not like I just dropped 5 pounds of fat. You know, like it's a lot of different things. But if I had to guess, I probably dropped, I'd say maybe a pound, like half a pound of fat, you know, and in a week that's pretty freaking good. And it hasn't even been a full week yet, so I can't wait until we get our check-ins tomorrow, send them over to Coach, and see what next week has to bring. But all I know is I have a Chipotle gift card. Tomorrow's Friday night, so you already know what that means. It's gonna be a good freaking refeed meal. That's for freaking sure. I'm talking, I mean, usually people get one burrito. That's just, that doesn't usually cut it for me. I gotta get at least 2, and then, you know, maybe like a quesadilla thrown in there. But yeah, so that's where we're freaking sitting right now. Sorry, there was a person that was moving over into my lane because there was a bus stop with, you know, not a shoulder, so the bus was like kind of in their lane, so they kind of shifted over to my lane. Anyways, chest today is going to be freaking awesome because we have 2 different kinds of flies, an incline fly and a decline fly, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we're working with today. But anyways, not much else to add there as far as the body or the, you know, the lifting side of things goes. But as far as the meditations, oh man, they're going really well right now, I gotta say. They have just been freaking off the chain great. Everything just seems to be working in synergy. Oh my gosh, this freaking camera. I don't think one of the screws is all the way tightened, so it's kind of like it just keeps falling over, as you can see. But But yeah, meditations have been going really well. I'd say the thing that I need to improve is just freaking be with the mantra even more so. It's, you know, every day is a little different, so you kind of show up to the meditations different, and just being with the mantra itself takes me a long way. I was actually writing about this earlier, but there's kind of like this bridge, you could say, that I've had pretty recently with the meditations to just living everyday life. So the meditation's super easy. You just gently direct your attention back to the mantra for transcendental meditation. Now, for everyday life, it's a little trickier because it's not like you have one mantra that you can always go back to. That's why I love the meditations, because they're so simple. But in everyday life, the equivalent of that would be I'm gently directing my attention back to whatever I'm doing. So right now, driving or talking to the camera. Just literally whatever I'm doing, we're just doing that. Jesus, man. This is not... Oh my gosh. Alright. I think that's good for now. I will see y'all in the gym for good old-fashioned chest day. Alright, so the hundreds felt pretty freaking good on this. Or the 80s, I should say. So, we strained our rotator cuff 2 weeks ago on squat, but it's feeling pretty much back to 100%. So we're gonna try the hundreds today, just see where we land. But yeah, the first rep will pretty much tell us everything we need to know. Almost. Man, we needed 9 reps, but that's all good. Come on. Alright, crazy eights with these have been freaking difficult, but whew, when are crazy eights ever not difficult? That's 8 quarter reps, 8 half reps, 8 full reps. So these are, you'll see. Oh my God. Ooh. Let's do a quick set of flies, just for the fun of it. One set of quick flies, and then get the pose down going here.
Sunday I have to try to working. Alright, well, if I don't see them, but we're here till 30.
Alright, let's go see how this looks. Alright, so not too crazy of a pump today. It was, you know, we were doing the best with what we have as far as the food goes, but it was pretty solid pump either way, but that's just how it feels. Let's see how it looks now. So we're leaning out just a little bit. Leaning out just a little bit, so everything's coming along, swimmingly. Alright, so that is a freaking wrap for today. We got as much done as we could with chest. Tomorrow we have shoulders, and we're still kind of recovering from that rotator cuff strain, so that's going to be an interesting shoulder day tomorrow, but hopefully we can go a little bit heavier than last shoulder day, because that was more just kind of getting the groove of things. But yeah, anyways, thanks for joining y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow for some boulders.